Welcome to the Risk Forever channel guys, channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk, and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host ChampionEver. And today we are playing 4-player fixed card game on classic Risk map. Settings, alliances on, balance blitz dice rolls in 60 seconds per turn. This time I'm playing on my alternative account called Annette Alvarez 11, beginner rank at the time of recording. I'm the red player in this game. I'm playing against one intermediate rank player who is orange, one expert rank player who is yellow, and even one master rank player who is blue. As you obviously see, all my opponents are ranked higher than me, so if I win, then it will highly increase my rank, but even if I lose, then I don't lose many ranking points at all. Tip: if you want to rank up as fast as you can, then always try to get a lobby which contains higher ranked players or at least the same rank as you players. By doing so and applying my strategies and tips, you should reach your master rank very easily. So anyways, as always, wish me best of luck guys. Select one of the players and root for them, whether it's me or not it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that you would keep entertained watching the whole video. So yeah, as you can see I'm going for Europe. At the beginning of the game I had most of the troops in Europe and North America area. Europe seemed easier to capture, so this is why I went for it. My goal is to always capture a continent as soon as possible, and use my early advantage on expanding, and in doing so increasing my advantage even more. I want to make sure that I'm the strongest player, so in that way less or more I can control the game, and at the same time not really being that much dependent on the other players. Well, of course it was quite risky to capture Europe so early. Europe is the hardest continent to hold besides Asia, and you can never know whether you play with aggressive players or not. Or I mean, I don't really know, maybe it's differently. Maybe it's less riskier to capture Europe as soon as you can, as at the beginning of the game, players are focusing on capturing some continents by themselves as well, so the priority for them isn't to attack another player. And I mean in the beginning of the game, they're weak, or not stronger than you, if we say in other words. So if you capture a continent, only when others already have some of them for multiple turns, then it's more likely you will get invaded being quite weaker. So I don't know guys, I came up with this conclusion. Whether it's true or false it can be debatable. But of course when I say of getting a continent as soon as possible, I mean that you will have enough troops to properly or at least halfly guard it. But if after capturing a continent all of your territories in it are made of ones, then probably it wasn't the best idea and you just cleared out a continent for someone else. So be reasonable when getting a continent. Capturing a continent in the beginning of the game gives you some good advantage, but if you cannot get one, then it's not the end of the world as well. As long as the balance of the game is sustained, and as long as one of the players isn't too powerful, the game should be good. When it comes to holding Europe, it can be extremely hard to do so. So if you want to make sure that you will be able to successfully hold it, then make alliance with all of the other players. And that is actually what I did. Well, I mean I sent alliance requests to them, but nobody of them are accepted it. Lol. Anyways, since I have a set of only 4 troops, I'm not sure if I have to go with my sneaky plan of eliminating the orange player. It could be quite risky, but whatever guys, let's go for it. It's the time to say a goodbye for our beloved orange player. He probably didn't even see that coming lol. And lol, the yellow player just accepted my alliance request. He probably got scared as well, so sure thing he will rather have an alliance with an aggressive beginner lol. Well, good for me, I will rather be friends than enemies with the players as long as I'm the person who gets the biggest amount of troops. And of course, I will be friends with them only until I have the same number of troops as both of them combined, and then I will just simply take both of them out. But first of all let's see if the blue player wants to be a friend as well. No, he doesn't. Well, actually it was a smart idea for blue to invade Europe. Both of the players shouldn't let me hold all of the stuff, as otherwise then I will just quickly outgrow them troops-wise and win in no time. But looking from the another perspective, it is kinda risky for the blue player to mess up with an aggressive beginner. He saw what happened to the orange player, so he should be very careful as well. The yellow player actually is very smart by making an alliance with me and not attacking me. He wants that all of the dirty work of attacking me would be done by the blue player. He probably thinks that I could get mad and take the blue player out when I cannot afford it, so after that, with his big army he would be able to finish clearing me out and win the game easily. But that isn't going to happen. I will only consider taking the blue player out when I see that I can afford it, when I will have the same number of troops as both of my opponents combined. As of now, having lots of territories with South America and Africa, I'm pretty happy with my situation. Well, it seems too soon I said it. The yellow player just started capturing lots of territories of mine in North America as crazy. I think he made an alliance with the blue player as well, so now he wants to encourage him of attacking me as well. And that is quite bad for sure. But as soon as I'm holding South America and Africa, the situation is still satisfying me for sure. And of course, I'm not letting the yellow player to get North America. And since that wouldn't look like the end of alliance with him if I would attack him into North America after he captures it, I just simply put my South American army in North America, preventing him of capturing it. So no reason the yellow player will have to be mad on me since he will not be invaded. But the player who is intimidating me for a little bit is blue. He puts his troops to one big army on the middle of the map and I'm not sure what he can decide to do. But I don't know, maybe he just wants to stay neutral, so he will only attack someone if he sees that it's needed for balance of the game. But who knows? I should still be very careful. And wow, the blue player didn't invade yellow into Asia. That of course is bad for me, but actually that is very smart of the blue player. His goal should be to stay away from any possible conflicts as possible and let the yellow player and me fight each other. So we would crush each other too much that he would have more troops than us combined, or would get an opportunity to get a continent as well, and eventually be as strong as I and yellow are. Well, since the yellow player captured Asia, I needed to decide what should I do to still stay the strongest player, so I should have either invaded Asia or captured North America. And since I have an alliance with the yellow player, I decided to go with the second option, so let's see what the yellow player is going to do. And wow guys! He decides to betray me. Well, it was pretty expected, even though I potentially thought that he might just attack territories in Europe instead. Well, but it was well taken risk. I had 26 troops more than the yellow player anyways, so I'm still strong as he is. Well, to be honest, after capturing North America I could have certainly attacked the yellow player into Asia as well. That would have been the best decision. But on the other hand I was afraid that then the yellow player would have attacked me into North America and would have left his biggest army over here without letting me dominate the game. But I don't know guys, it seems that he is really going to stay neutral, so I went ahead and stick to my plan of invading the yellow player this time. And yes guys, the yellow player didn't invade me this time. Wow! I cannot believe I'm so fortunate. He could have tried invading North America from Iceland even though he could have risked of getting a bad blitz roll, or at least certainly invaded Africa. But he didn't do any of that. And that is unexpected for sure. And that's even better, that the blue player didn't attack me into the continents as well. So do you want to say that I'm going to take over the global domination so easily? I don't think so. I think there are still be some attacks going on, but of course I know that none of the players will want to be the player who does all of the dirty work for another one. And that is actually good to know. Yellow didn't attack me again. But what about blue? And the blue player didn't attack me either. Wow guys! I cannot believe it. It's the most fortunate game ever it seems. Both of the players don't really want to do the dirty work for another one, so they're just basically leaving me alone lol. Well, I'm not sure what they are thinking. Especially the yellow player, since he is quite stronger than blue. If I were him, then I would crush his big army in the Middle East territory to the Greenland's army of mine. So then it would be up to the blue player whether to attack me. I think the yellow player should show some initiative first, so the blue player would know that he must attack me as well. I mean that he would know that the yellow player is willing to team up with him in order to sustain the balance of the game. But yeah guys, don't get me wrong. I certainly enjoy the situation being the strongest player. Soon it seems I will have the same number of troops as both of them combined, so then I will be ready to act. It will be my time to shine. It will certainly be a showtime. I will take the game into my hands. Well, I mean I've already taken the game into my hands, but the game can still slip out of them. It all depends on what both of the players are going to do. To do nothing isn't the answer as of now, as it's just a matter of time when I will finally have enough troops to go for both of them. So the more time they wait, the stronger I get, and at the same time the chances for them to win are being reduced drastically. Especially when the yellow player just combined both of his armies into the one, fortifying his Middle East army to the Siam one, meaning that now all of his troops are totally blocked from me. So after taking the blue player out, I could use the endgame strategy against the yellow player of capturing both of the Americas, Africa and Europe while only having 3 borders to defend to. The yellow player with his blocked army in Siam will not be able to do anything to me. Even though if after taking the blue player out I will still have less troops than him. And wow guys, that is pretty much unexpected move from the yellow player. Is he going to suicide on blue? La la la. Well, I feel very bad for blue, but on the other hand I'm very happy that I'm going to win this game so easily. Poor, very poor player called blue low. But wow guys, he actually decided to finally attack me. And it is very smart move I must admit. He is weaker than the yellow player so he cannot guarantee the second place by attacking yellow anyhow. So the only chance for him to still win was by finally attacking me and hoping what the yellow player is going to do the same. But what the yellow player is going to do is still unknown. He might still take the blue player out, or he might not. So let's see what he is going to do. And oh wow, come on yellow, come on pal. When I finally thought of taking the blue player out, keeping your army blocked in Siam and using the 4 continents endgame strategy to win easily against you, you came up with idea to intimidate the blue player. He got scared and finally decided to attack me. When I finally thought I had the game into my hands, it drastically slipped out of them. And now you're not even blocking your armies low. Well, of course it's very smart of the yellow player. I'm just pretty sad that I totally lost the dominating position. Well, but what I noticed that both of the players combined have only 17 troops more than me. So since the blue player didn't trade in a set at 4, I think I can take him out regaining some of the troops, additionally making the troops difference between me and yellow smaller by getting favored as an attacker blitzing biggest armies. Since remember, we are playing with balanced blitz dice rolls. So here we are guys. I took well calculated risk and took the blue player out of the game. Now it is the time to do some of the damage to the yellow player as well. And wow, what a favorable blitz roll guys. The yellow player has even lost 80 troops while I only 58 of them. This is the power of balanced blitz, and today it is really favoring me. My prayers have been finally heard. Now the yellow player is totally screwed up. He has no chances to win this game anymore for sure. Absolutely, I would even say. Before taking both of the players out, I was 17 troops behind. But after taking the blue player out and blitzing biggest yellow's armies, I ended up being even 58 troops ahead of the remaining yellow player. Now I've got tons of additional troops by holding all of these continents, so I'm finishing the yellow player off easily. As always, special shout out goes to the members of the Risk Forever channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then I would recommend checking some of these out as well. Watching more videos will help you progress faster,